I have some very cool animals, I think. Cool meaning cold-blooded too. But I haven't just got cold-blooded animals. I've got some very, very, very beautiful, cute things too. And you know, it's really interesting to hear, pardon my ignorance on the Quran and all that sort of stuff, to hear that respect for life other than humans is integral in those teachings. I find that fantastic to hear, actually, because that's almost exactly what I'm going to be saying. Lifestyle is made that much more, life in Australia is made that much more comfortable by nature. You know, we have some very, very beautiful natural environments in Australia. We have obviously the trees, the bush. We call it the bush, of course, don't we, in Australia? Other countries might call it jungle or forest or woodland or whatever, but in Australia we just call it one word, don't we? The bush. And I am really worried about what our children are going to inherit from us in terms of this nature. And we're very lucky to have what we have around in terms of nature, very, very lucky. But I've got some what I think are a little bit sad, no, very sad in fact, sad stories to tell you about how nature in Australia is not faring as well as we would. A bearded dragon. And they've got these prickly yellow beards, so they call them bearded dragons. Another lizard. Now, I wanted to get this out while the blue tongue was out, because this is not such a happy story. These bearded dragons were very common around here. Gum tree really cool and special? It does. I think it does. I reckon it's beautiful. I love it. So I can open it. Are you sure? Okay. Here we go. Speaking of fluffy and round, it's a possum, isn't it? Who knew it was a possum? Everyone. This is not a rat, that's for sure. And, this will catch a good name, isn't it? Anyway, look. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Here. We could call you a possum. Between the shoulders, clinging to the back of a mate of mine's pet cat. And what happened, he was watching telly and he was patting his cat and he felt this little bump on its back and looked at the bump and it was a little baby possum. But he knew something really bad had happened and which animal was responsible? His cat. Yeah, his cat. Beautiful cat, but unfortunately it was out at night, wasn't it? And it caught this possum's mum. And he went out the back. Can I tell you something really gross, kids? It's really gross. Will you be okay? His cat ate this possum's mum. Not all of her, just the head. And the brains. And the eyeballs. Just thought I'd tell you that. Only the cats and lots of people don't control their cats. Got any ideas about what we... The ring-tailed possum, these beautiful possums, we're not seeing more of them. Every year we see less. Now, these are really unusual birds, and you find them, I've seen them around here, if you've got a gum tree or a tree in your front or backyard, sometimes reserves and the insecticides that we're spraying everywhere hits them all at once, and they literally be flying along and fall out of the sky. And did she freak out? Yeah. And if the frogs stop calling from my pond in my garden, I can't sleep, it's too quiet. Hello. And look at those wings. This little flying fox, her name's Annie. And I think she's cute. And Annie here, she thinks I'm robust. Goanna. You know, I reckon one of the coolest animals in the bush are goannas. And this one's only a small one. I hope some of you here, have seen massive ones. Because they get really big. Really big. This is pretty big, but they get much, much bigger. I heard this sliding in my roof. And all of a sudden, I didn't see any rats anymore. What was sliding in my roof? A python, yeah. A beautiful diamond python ate all the rats. Is that a good job? Yeah, it's an extremely good job.